Hello, it's Jeannie. Welcome to my beauty salon, where today I am going to be taking care of our friend Bertha. Many of you have met Bertha before, and you know she's been through a lot. Hang in there, Bertha. And today I thought it would be really nice to do an updated hairstyle for her. What is it that she would like? Oh, some nice curly waves. Okay. I can do that. It doesn't require any cutting. Just a little bit of styling. Your hair is nice and clean, so we don't have to wash and dry it. So, is this how you normally keep your hair, Bertha? Back in a clip? Okay. Well, we'll take that out and get a nice set going and update your look a little bit. So, Bertha, one of the things that I like to make me feel special and more confident and just fresh and pretty is a nice scent. And today I'm going to talk to you about Scentbird. That's right. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription with a mission to empower every person to express themselves through scent. With Scentbird, you can try a scent without having to invest in the full size, which can cost several $100, $300, $400, $500. And you get about a 30-day supply for every fragrance that you choose. And what's really cool is this amazing container that they come in, and they're reusable. Let me show you. They open up and you simply swap it out for a new scent. What's really cool is they have a lock. Do you see that? So that if it is in your purse or in your luggage, it cannot be pressed down when in the lock position. See? Let's try this one, Bertha. Oh, yes. This is one of my new discoveries that I'm currently obsessed with. It's called Fleuris by Fleurit. It has notes of bergamot, tomato leaf, mimosa, neroli, and guaiac wood. It's a calming scent reminiscent of a flower shop, and I think that's what you picked up when you came in here. Using my code, Jeannie55, or scanning the QR code, you can get 55% off your first month's subscription. And that's just about $8 and about $16.95 thereafter. Let me show you some of the other scents that I was able to discover this month. The Brit Sheer by Burberry is wonderful with peony, yuzu, peach blossom, musk, and pineapple. And Luce di Rosa by Acqua di Parma, and it's bergamot, rose, black pepper, geranium, and cedarwood. This is a gender-neutral scent that my husband has actually fallen in love with, and I love the smell on him. Oh, yes. Don't you agree? And last but not least is 103 by Bon Parfumeur, and it has notes of tiare flower, hibiscus, and jasmine. It's beautiful. I think you would like this. Let's try it on you. Oh, that jasmine really comes through. So I'll provide you with the link to click on or the QR code and use my code Jeannie55 to get 55% off your first month's subscription, and it's only $16.95 thereafter. It's an affordable way to discover new scents, discover new signature scents that define you, but that you don't have to commit to in a full-size bottle. A lovely fragrance helps boost your mood, your confidence, and it just makes you feel good. And so, Bertha, I'm looking forward for you to try some of these. Thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring this. Check on the link or the QR code, and again, use my code Jeannie55 for a 55% discount off your first month. Okay, Bertha, so let's go ahead and get started. And I think what we'll do is set your hair with some rollers, and we'll put you under the hair dryer and then do a nice comb out, and we might even touch up your makeup just a little bit. I know you're looking to feel refreshed when you leave here. Okay, so let's start brushing your hair. You have very beautiful hair. It's grown back a lot since the Countess did her work on her. I'll post that video, and if you haven't seen Bertha's story, we'll put it up here for you. You can just look right here, Bertha, into the mirror. Okay, I think we have all the knots out. So today, I think instead of the rollers that I typically use, which are these Velcro rollers, I think we'll use something that I used to use when I was a kid. I should say I didn't use them. My mom or my aunt used them on me. And they're these little pink Can you see that? Little pink rubbery type contraptions that pop out. You wrap your hair around and then just set closed. You can sleep in these, or you could put a hairdryer on, which is what we'll do, and give it some time to set. Something else that I really love using, and that is a throwback, is Dippity-Doo. This is exactly what I used to use or have used on me when my mom or my aunt used to curl my hair. So it's just a pink goopy gel. Ooh, smells nice, and it looks like Jell-O. And it's going to help us set your hair and hold that set for a nice long time. Does that sound good to you, Bertha? Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. So, the first thing I'm going to do is get a little on my fingers and run it through your whole head of hair. Okay. And then I'll take it strand by strand, add the Dippity-Doo, and then wrap it in one of these curlers. Okay. So let's get started. It feels good to be taken care of and nurtured. And that's what I have Bertha in for today. Oh. I'm going to use this comb, this teasing comb, to take some sections, and we'll just start at the front, right on top. And there we go. I think I have enough, but if I run out, I can use the Velcro rollers. All right. So the strand is sufficiently dampened with the Dippity-Doo, and we'll just start rolling. There we go. All right. Then we just flip that over and it sits. One of the things that I like about using these is you don't get a hard line from a clip or a cover, and it just closes nicely without any kind of outline. Okay. When I was a little girl growing up in my neighborhood, a lot of the women had standing weekly appointments at the local beauty parlor. And they would go in and get their hair washed and trimmed, and then reset. And very often they were into kind of big beehive type styles. Very popular in the 60s and part of the 70s. And, oops, I don't mean to pull you out of your chair, Bertha. My mom was a school teacher, and I'm just going to set this right here next to you, Bertha. And I remember once in a while she would go in and get her hair all done up. But that was usually picture day or conference day or some kind of big PTA thing. But overall, I don't think they had the money to do a lot with hair, beauty parlors and stuff like that. I'm going to re-roll this one, Bertha. Sorry. But it's okay that it doesn't go all the way to the scalp. We just want the longest part of the hair done. So, yeah. Anyway, I remember the few times that my mom did do it. And she had long hair, similar to yours, Bertha. And she would go to bed with this thing wrapped around her head to keep the curls nice and safe, and but honestly, I don't know how she slept at that, or how anybody slept in that hairdo. I know how I sleep, and it would be sticking up like Frankenstein's wife, what was it, the Bride of Frankenstein. I kind of look like that in the morning anyway. But anyway, they managed to touch it up and tease it and spray it and get a good 3-4 more days out of that. And then go back to the beauty salon on their given day once a week. And that was the routine. So, this smells really nice too. The whole studio shop here smells really nice with all the fragrances we've been trying. There. All right. I've told this story to you before when I was doing Bertha's hair. But for those who this is the first time seeing one of my Bertha videos, when I was a little girl, I told a friend, Mary Alice, and that was her name, Mary Alice. I told her that I was a licensed beautician. I was 6, she was 5. And it was a few days before school. And I thought she would just look so lovely in a new hairdo. And I convinced her of that. She believed me. And she let me sit her down on the driveway and cut her hair. Now, Mary Alice had thin, wispy hair that had taken her entire 5 years of life to grow out to what it was. And that wasn't much. Very thin, very fine. Oh, goodness. And I chopped it off. I left a few long pieces because I thought that would be interesting. And I told her she looked fabulous. And I meant it. I did that out of the goodness of my heart. I had very good intentions. Oh, drop the comb. And when we got done, we went over to her house and walked in to show her mom and my mom, who was over there having coffee. And I don't remember much about that, except that my mom's mouth, her jaw hit the floor. She just looked at it. And Mary Alice's mom, I remember she put her coffee down and just let out a scream. What? I was quite proud of what I did. Anyway, after my mom got done actually kind of laughing because she thought it was hysterical, and I guess it was, she told Mary Alice's mom that she would pay for the haircuts it would take to make it look decent as it grew out. And she did. And Mary Alice went to the same beauty parlor that all the ladies went to in the neighborhood. I wasn't allowed to play with Mary Alice much after that. Her mom didn't trust me. Don't know why. And I think back, on things like that. And, kids just do the darndest things, right? And like I said, my intentions were good. They were very, very good. Okay, I'm going to move you over here. There you go. So, my girls did the same thing to some degree or another. One cut a braid off of one, and oops, I guess it's just what they do. So, I cut my brother's hair one time. I think I was older, because he was saying he wanted a haircut. And I said, well, I could cut it for you. And he said, okay. And it looked like I put a bowl over his head because all I did was cut, just like a bowl. That needed to get fixed too. So, now, I've worked on my own bangs here and there when they start getting too long and I don't have an appointment coming up. I'll chop at my bangs a little bit. I'll let that go. Okay, this is going to come out so nicely. And maybe one of these days, Bertha will actually trim your hair. So, maybe give you a nice little, like a blunt cut, a bob, and see how that looks on you. I know your hair doesn't grow very fast, so we want to make sure it's the right thing. Mm-hmm. Another style that my aunt and my mom used to use was pin curls. They would they'd do finger curls first, wrap my damp hair around their fingers, and then slide their finger out and secure it to my scalp with bobby pins, like 2 or 3 bobby pins. Now, very often, I went to bed like that with a scarf wrapped around my head to hold it in. And I remember those bobby pins poking my head. It was so uncomfortable. But I knew, don't touch. And it was something like picture day or, I don't know, Christmas or Thanksgiving that they wanted my hair all done up for. You're looking a little jaundiced, Bertha. I think it's also interesting how the hair color, for me, has gone through so many stages. I was born a towhead blonde and had blonde hair until maybe 10, 11. It started getting darker, like dark blonde. And then, as I got a little older into teenage years, it got a little bit darker, like a dark blonde. And in high school, well, what we started doing was using Sun-In to get blondness. Oh gosh, the problem was it was so uneven. And then we started using those frosting kits. I can't remember the name of them. Frosting tip, maybe. And I think I'm out of the small ones. Oh, here we go. No, that's not a small one. Okay. Oh, here's one. Oh. And we would make cool streaks in our hair. And then what I found, little by little, my hair was getting more and more and more bleached out because I was already kind of a natural blonde, even though it was a darker blonde. And then I went through a period of having it kind of dark brown or auburn. I kind of just started discovering different colors, darker colors, not extreme colors, just shades of brown, auburn. And Sometimes I'd get a perm, and then I'd cut it short, then I'd let it grow long. You know, very typical. So, let me show Bertha. Let me move this. Do you see? So we're going to let this sit. We're going to put you under the hairdryer, and then we're going to come back and take it out. And then we'll just do a nice comb out, fluff it up a little bit, touch up your makeup a bit, and you'll be ready for a wonderful day ahead of you. Okay, Bertha. Well, you've spent about 28 hours under the hairdryer drying, but that's okay. Now, the thing to remember with dippity-doo, where is it? Ah, right here. With dippity-doo is it's great for holding your hair, but when you first take out your curls, your curlers, it's very stiff. Okay, so I don't want you to be surprised about that. Okay, we'll just start here at the back and start taking them out. Oh, we've got a great curl. You know, yeah, I used to go to sleep in these things. They're pretty stiff, but I'll loosen them up a little bit. And it's very stiff. In the 80s, do you remember the kids, the boys used to, well, girls too, that big hair, and the boys had spiky hair? They loved this kind of stuff. Ooh, this one's still a little damp. Just a little bit, but that's okay. But, you know, that Max Headroom look, you know, where the hair just stood straight up. Well, it needed something like this. You're going to look really nice, Bertha, and I'm happy to do this for you. Oh, wow, this one is still wet. Wow, I must have put a lot of dippity-doo on that. So, that's okay, it's in the back. We'll hide it. Ooh, that one's wet too. Okay. It's okay. We'll make do. Okay, so. It's easy to get into a hurry and start to use too much hair. Now, when I was in high school, because perms, and we did a lot of home perms, they kind of trashed your hair. And so what I used to do is I would braid my hair, wash my hair. I'm going to turn you around, Bertha. I would wash my hair, and then while it was still damp, I would braid it into about I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long braids. Oh. And then put a curler at the end of it. And so when I took it out, my hair was really wavy and it curled under. So it kind of looked like I had a perm without all the damage. I still think there's brain damage from the chemicals in those home perms. Oh, they were something else. And you had to trust that whoever was doing it to help you, because you couldn't really do it all yourself. Some of it you could. But you had to trust that they knew how to roll correctly, because however you rolled your hair was kind of how your perm was coming out. I'm going to turn you a little bit, Bertha. And so it got wonky. It came out wonky. Or if it got too fat of a chunk, it didn't curl. Okay, so now we're just going to kind of soften it. And yeah, some of them are still a little damp, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so now we're going to kind of start to lightly brush it out. I don't want to lose all the curl. Okay. Okay, let me turn you around. Okay, take the brush. It's funny looking back in history at hairstyles. You know, at what decades certain hairstyles were popular and what era. And this is going to be pretty. I'm going to make it kind of full and fluffy. Yeah. I love that. I'm not sure which decade in the 1800s, the late 1800s, maybe early 1900s, where, you know, it's the big, kind of a poofy, what's it called, Gibson girl? You know, all up in a bun, but with some, I like that. And then you look at the time, like Marie Antoinette, and those great big powdered wigs and hairdos. And I read that they had actual bugs crawling around in their hair. And that is why they used a lot of lead, not only to kill the bugs, but they used it on their face to hide the different blemishes and pock marks. And but little did they know, lead was deadly. So, this dippity-doo is stiff. Okay. Just take it strand by strand. Oh, yeah. And maybe I can use that clip. We'll try this. Where I take some of it and put it back in a clip. Yeah. There we go. There we go. After everyone sees this, they're going to be lining up to get into my beauty shop. Who wants to be next? Okay. All right. We'll do a little bit of a half up. Wow. Get some of that dippity-doo out. Got a little thick there. I get to talking. Oh, here we go. I get to talking and I just kind of lose track of how much product I'm using. Okay. Here's your clip that you came in with. Okay, Bertha. All right. I'll touch up the back a little bit. This is a huge, huge improvement. Now let's just put a tad of makeup on you. Yeah. Poor Bertha. And I've got a makeup kit right here. And I'll just put it right here. Put these curlers out of the way. Now, Bertha, I think you should see a doctor and have a liver panel test. You seem a little jaundiced. I'm just saying, sometimes it's your beautician, your stylist, your hairstylist, whatever, who can notice things. My husband's barber saw a mole on the back of his head that isn't covered by a lot of hair and told him. And that isn't something my husband would have seen, and so he was able to go in and catch it. And so I think if you're looking abnormally yellow like this, you should see your doctor. Okay. So we won't do a whole lot here. Let's just do a little powder to take off the shine. Okay. Okay, that's nice. And let's see, what is this? Oh, some blue eyeshadow. You know what? Looks like you've already got eyeshadow on, so we'll skip that. Yeah, and I'll put some lipstick on you, and maybe a little contour. There we go. We'll just follow your natural cheekbones. Oh, this is great. It's okay to work with your fingers. Okay, now let's go ahead and put this. We'll use this. Maybe tone down some of that bright pink you're using. Oh gosh, I need my glasses for this. Okay. Here we go. Okay, let me just lift your chair up. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. I'll do a little more blush and all around color. Oh yeah, that's good. There we go. Oh yes. Oh, Bertha, Bertha, Bertha. Whoops. I smeared your lipstick. I'm sorry. Oh, that looks nice. Okay. You know, people have been asking about you, Bertha, and they really care about you in my community. So, it's nice to see that you're doing well, taking care of yourself, and wait. I'm going to give you one more spritz of perfume. Oh, it was locked. Oh, that smells so good. This is thanks to Scentbird. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh, I'm going to put some on me too. I feel like I just stepped out of the shower with some amazing, nice, clean scent. So, thank you all for being there for Bertha. And again, if you don't know Bertha's story, go back and look at the Countess's. I think it's her first video when she was going to beauty school. And Bertha was her first victim. So, I appreciate you being here. And we will sign off for now. I've got lots of clients lined up. And we will see you very soon. Thanks again, Scentbird, for sponsoring my channel. Check them